What's up, everybody? Lighting for this is going to be really terrible because it's 6:20 in the morning. Did not think about that. I am on my way to work. Have quite a lot to update you all on. Kind of honestly imagining this as like a channel reset. If you've been on this channel for any length of time, then you've probably seen a lot of disc golf content, but not any time recently. Made a lot of disc golf videos back in 2011, 2012, maybe even 2010. Made some disc golf content here and there since then, mostly just in the bag stuff, bag updates. While I do still love disc golf, and it's still a huge part of my life. It's still something I enjoy doing every day, and it's something I'm really pumped about right now. I want my sunglasses. It's something I'm pumped about right now because this offseason the big news is Paul Macbeth is joining Team Discraft, which is mind-blowing. But a lot of things have changed in the last year or so since I put a video up, and I dug out the old GoPro, which I've had for a long time, and I've kind of just decided I'm going to start making videos again. Whether they're like this, I'd like to get a nicer camera that's not just a GoPro. Has some good audio, because this audio is probably going to be really bad. Turn the blower down, maybe you can actually hear me. Maybe you haven't been able to hear a thing that I've said up until now. That'd be awesome. Not awesome, but funny. But yeah, so I've just kind of decided I'm going to start making videos again, and they're not all going to be about disc golf, and hopefully the quality of them will increase also as I get back into making them. But the big update is I don't live in Michigan anymore. If you watched any of my videos from before, then you know that I lived in like the central Michigan area for most of my entire life. Grew up there. Got married there, bought a house. My wife and I, about 8 months ago now, moved to the great state of Texas. We live in southeast Texas, the Houston area, and we just decided that we wanted to go after life. We wanted to make life what we wanted to make it, and there's an enormous amount of opportunity for her in her field of work, and then for me, I wrapped up a master's degree in marketing, organizational leadership, communication. Not something I ever thought that I would do, get a master's degree. So now we're just doing the thing. Now we're just living life, and we're here in Houston, and a lot of things have changed. One of those things is I've taken back up fishing for the first time in probably 15 years, maybe. One of my earliest childhood memories was fishing on a rental lake house with my dad when I was probably 3 or 4, and the story gets told by my family all the time. My dad and I were sitting on a dock, and he was throwing a line in the water, and I was just sitting there, and I would throw pebbles, and I'd go, "Here, fishy, fishy, fishy," and my whole family thought it was hilarious, because it kind of is. But that's a story that has been told over and over and over again for years in my family. And then my parents, they moved to a house in Michigan that had a little pond out back, not anything huge, probably less than an acre. But one of the other people that shared it with them stocked it, and so that was where I caught my first bass, my first largemouth bass when I was probably 10 years old in that pond on a little Zebco. I don't even remember what model it was, but it was a little Zebco spin caster. And so as we have moved away, and all my friends are still in Michigan, you know, the things that have allowed us to stay close and to still hang out in some way, I guess, not really hang out, but just continue to keep up with each other and be a part of each other's lives, is talking about fishing and talking about disc golf too, but talking about fishing. And the benefit of living in Southeast Texas is that for the last 6 months, however long we've been here, since we kind of got settled in and I started my job, I live across from this really well-stocked pond, or I don't live, I work across from this really well-stocked pond. We do live down the street from another pond, but I've fished every single day for about the last 6 months, so long as the weather permitted, and that's been awesome. So look for kind of a refresh to the channel. I'm going to be fishing, I'm going to be playing disc golf, I'm going to be committing more to having this GoPro with me, and kind of doing a vlog thing for as long as it's interesting, as long as people like it and want to see more of it. If you want more disc golf content, I'm happy to bring it to you. There's lots to talk about in the disc golf world, and lots to update people on my game. And there's all these new courses down here in Texas to play. I played Texas Army Trail a couple of weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. But fishing is something I legitimately do every day. I don't play disc golf every day. I go on my lunch break and go fish. Disc golf is just something I don't have as much time to do because I get out of work and, you know, it's dark, or it's getting dark and dinner's got to get cooked and all that. But for at least 1 hour a day, as long as it's not raining, I get to fish, and it's something that kept me sane here in the big city, coming from the country. You know, just kind of unplugging for an hour every day in the middle of my office job and catching some fish. So that's going to be coming up. It's going to be sweet, hopefully. And if you guys like it, awesome. If not, maybe you know somebody who does like it, who is into fishing. But I'm going to do my best to make some pretty awesome content for you guys and try and spin this channel back up a little bit, because I know there's like 200 some of you guys out there, and I haven't posted any videos in forever. Who knows if you're even still there. But that's it. I'm gonna go to work, get a little bit of footage of the area, show you how beautiful Texas is, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Talk to you guys again soon. So here's what happened. Obviously it's the next day. Maybe not obviously, but it's the next day. Yesterday I filmed all that stuff in the morning, getting ready. Took the GoPro out to the pond and tried to do some filming, and apparently I fat thumbed the shutter button or something, hit it twice, or I don't even know, but I got none of it. But I got all that stuff from yesterday morning that I'll probably roll in before this, so you're probably seeing this having already seen all that stuff and kind of the explanation of some of what this new video is all about. But we're heading back to the pond. It's a cloudy day today. It's a little bit warmer today, so the weather's definitely changed. Didn't have any luck yesterday. Yesterday was bright, sunshiny day. Today's completely overcast. So like I said, didn't catch any fish yesterday. We'll see what happens today. Hopefully I can manage to actually have the camera recording, at least while I sit there and throw a line in the water for an hour. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of the stuff I also talked about yesterday but didn't get any of while I was fishing. So that's what we'll do now. So this is where I fish. Pretty much every single day I come out here on my lunch break, and it's just something nice to do to get me out of the office. I think I talked a little bit about, see, this is gonna be the problem, so I'm not sure what I said yesterday and what I'm gonna, want to say today. I think I just saw a fish jump over there, so maybe we'll get a bite today. That'd be awesome. I've never gotten a bite on camera because I've not been fishing for very long. After we were out here and I kind of do my fishing thing, talk a little bit about what I'm throwing and a little bit about how I kind of came to be fishing, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this video, and these videos I should say, and where the channel is kind of going, because I know a lot of you guys are here for the disc golf content, and that's definitely not going away. But this is something I do every day, and there's definitely a reason behind it. There's some rationale behind it, and it's kind of a good snapshot of where I'm at in life, really, honestly. Just kind of just a different phase of life from where I was 6 years ago or whenever it was I started making all the disc golf content that I made. So here's just a little bit of what I'm going to be doing today. This is a brand new spinning rod and reel that I got. Sorry, bait casting rod and reel. I've not been at this very long, guys. I'm not an expert at fishing at all. I'm not even very good, to be honest with you. If any of you guys are good expert anglers and fishermen, tell me how to be better, because that's really what I want to do. This is just something that I can come out here and do every single day and enjoy some beautiful weather down here in Texas. Definitely not snowy Michigan, and get out of the office for a little bit. But so I'm throwing this. It's got this little kind of looking spinnerbait on it. Here, let me just pull out some drag and we'll take a little closer look at her. So this and the other thing that I'm throwing today, which is a Texas rigged craw that I'll talk about here in a little bit. This is like a confidence bait for me. Like I said, I'm really new to fishing, and everything that I've caught so far in the last couple of months has been on either one of these or a Texas rigged crawfish or a jig head with a crawfish on it, which I'll talk about too, because I don't know how much you guys know about fishing. I, up until a couple months ago, knew practically zero, outside of the couple of summers that I spent with a little Zebco in my parents' backyard fishing their pond, when I caught my first ever bass and a couple bass after that. But that was before I went back to school and like had friends, and fishing wasn't really the cool thing to do. But now I like it. I don't have anywhere to hunt, so this gets me outdoors. So, all right, let's throw a line in the water. Alright, so maybe the deep diver is not the way to go. Like I said, last couple of weeks I've just kind of been working through the tackle box and trying to find the right combination on the right day, because I don't really know where these fish are in this body of water right now. I don't know what they're looking to eat. So I've just been throwing a line in the water and seeing what happens. That's kind of been my whole experience with fishing so far, which is why I'm really have a desire to learn more, to learn and understand better how to fish, how to read a lake, how to understand what times of year fish are going to be in what place, and what they're going to look for. And I've done a bit of research. I mean, if you guys have ever watched any of my disc golf videos, you know that I like to research and I like to understand the things that I enjoy and know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of information out there about fishing, and it's really sometimes a lot just hard to digest. So. Okay, so we're going to go with more medium diving. This is a Rapala. I have another Rapala crankbait, or jerkbait. I don't really know what the difference is. This one's pretty worn up, but we're going to try this one and see what happens. It won't dive as deep.
he's got hooks through 3 different ways. Okay, there we go. Now it should be easier. Awesome. Well, it's a decent little fish. Probably like a 1-pounder. I'm gonna get him back in the water. Probably not even a 1-pounder actually. There he goes. Nice. Just a little guy, but hey, little crankbait worked out. That was fun. Let's throw another one in. Well, you know, when it's all said and done, we actually got it done today. That's kind of cool. My first successful time filming a lunch break fishing trip, and we were successful. That's pretty cool. So why am I doing this? Why do I want to do fishing / vlog kind of style videos all of a sudden? Well, my wife and I moved to Texas. We don't have any family here. Don't have any friends here, really. I mean, we've made some friends since we've been here. We've only been here, you know, eight months now. All of our really good lifelong friends live in Michigan, or I have a friend who's in Arizona right now. I'll talk more about him probably tomorrow. But this to me seems like, well, for one, I'm out here fishing every day anyway, so I might as well come out here with a camera, maybe catch a big monster on a video one time. But more than anything else, this is just something that I feel like the world has kind of moved this way in terms of how we connect with each other, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I think we need to figure out as a society how to get more of that actual human interaction back into our lives. But maybe this can be the start of that for somebody. Maybe this can be one of those things where, you know, through a conversation that we can have through YouTube or through social media or whatever, we can kind of start that meaningful process on an individual level back towards, okay, what am I really missing in my life? Because I don't know about you guys, but I fill way too much of my day watching YouTube. Mostly it's because I have an office job now and I'm not like out and about doing stuff like I used to be when I was making disc golf videos. But you know, YouTube's almost always on in the background while I'm doing work, so I'm always looking for new content to make. Maybe that's you too. Maybe you're looking for new content to make or to watch. Excuse me. But yeah, that's really it. I'm not trying to be, you know, the next big guy on YouTube, but it's just something I want to do. I think it's important. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow probably. I don't know when the video will go up, but I'm going to film again tomorrow, so we'll see you.